iHeartRadio.
Say ho, ho, say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Say ho, ho, say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Yeah, America, freedom. We do talk about freedom an awful lot in America. And it was very succinctly pointed out to me by comedian Jim Jeffries when I went to see him the other night that America, as much as we talk about freedom and as much as we hang our hats on freedom, America, generally speaking, by comparison to a lot of other parts of the world, not necessarily all that free. Not the freest nation in the world by any stretch of the imagination. And he made the astute observation that in Holland, you can snort cocaine while having sex with a hooker in front of a cop and not go to jail. That is freedom. And you know what? He made a rather valid point. On a list of the top 5 freest countries in the world, I don't know that we make the cut anymore. Which is neither here nor there. Because the point of all this is to not talk about how other countries have more freedom than us, not to complain about the amount of freedom we don't have, but rather to notice that as much as we bang on about freedom in this country, the freedoms that we are afforded, many of us are not adequately using. What am I talking about? Well, okay, we might not be able to legally, in front of a cop, snort blow off of a hooker's ass while having sex with her. But we do have this thing in America, which is, well, for the most part, choice. We do have this freedom where we're not living in a society where we are suppressed. We're not living in a society where we are living in fear of having our tongues cut out or our hands cut off because we say or do or write the wrong thing. We live in a country where, at the very least, we get to wake up in the morning and decide, choose what we're going to do with our own lives. We live in a country where we have an opportunity to be the captains of our own ship. We live in a country where we have an opportunity to get up every single morning and write our own stories. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting how the more and more I see America going into what could collectively be called the toilet, the more and more I see people look to their government to make changes. Your government's not going to make a change in your life. Has an elected official ever made a lick of freaking difference to what happens when you wake up in the morning and start your day? If you're like most people I know, if you're like me, the answer is no. Absolutely not. But it's this weird attitude that I notice in our society more and more lately, where it's sort of like, hey, I don't like the shape of my day. I don't like how my life is. I don't like what happens when I wake up in the morning. So I'm looking for the government to fix it. Do something different. Provide a program that can change my life. Give me a handout that can change my life. Do something that can change my life. Better than neighborhood. And when you look for something external to change your life, you're going nowhere. We might not be able to, like I said, snort coke off the ass of the stripper that we're having sex with in front of the police officer like they can in Holland. But you know what we do have? We do have the ability to wake up in the morning and decide, to choose, to make up our minds what's going to happen that day. We do have an opportunity to steer our own ship, paddle our own canoes, whatever the hell you want to call it. You are the one that can write your own story every single day. That's the freedom we have in America. You are the person that can decide what's going to happen with you, what's going to happen with your life. You're the person that can steer it in the direction you want. So, if you are, for some reason, looking to someone or something external to change your life, know this: of the freedoms we are afforded in this country, the best one, the most powerful one that we have, you have, I have, the best, most powerful freedom we have is to wake up in the morning and write our own stories. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Dr. Seuss. Speaking of people looking for external things to fix the shape of their lives, grab the popcorn. It's the battle for government cheese. Latino versus black activists in a fight over special education. We'll get to it later in the show. Thanks for hanging out.
Money making, skills on the mic, keep me paid every day, and you're part of the battle, just bow down, better act like you know. Come on, down to the crown, down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, so the MC's never out of the crown, down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, so the MC's never out. Now I gotta murder the mic like every day, and any sucker standing in the way is gonna pay. So you can't pay or get the hell up out my face, humiliating every other runner in the race. Cause I'm just running and hunting just like a lion. Competition is slower and you're the dying. You gotta be better than that. You know you better believe that you will never be credible, never ever be better than me. Bow down to the crown, down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, so the MC's never out of the crown, down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, everybody bow down, so the MC's never out of the crown. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that sound? Coming so loud from your radio dial. ADV getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like a king.
So grab the popcorn. The battle for government cheese is about to commence. A Latino activist versus black activists in a fight over special high schools for immigrant students in Maryland. The NAACP is all mad, saying it'll take resources away from black students. And black students deserve those because, well, they're here because of slavery 400 years ago, whereas Latino students made a conscious decision to come to America, or their parents did, or something like that. We'll discuss exactly what's going on and exactly what it means moving forward and how we're probably going to see a whole bunch more of this in the not-too-distant future. Right now, though, let's take a look at the events of today in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair, certainly not balanced. If you want to tweet Super Producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser, you can do that at FunkFM. You can tweet me at ADSXZ. Funkhauser, how are you? What's going on in the world?
You can also hit Shift 2.
Then what happens?
And then Funk FM, and then that you can also tweet me that way.
Really? By hitting Shift 2?
Shift, then 2. Yeah.
Is this like a Twitter shortcut?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you all right? Let me shift to. Nothing's happening, Funkhauser. Did you make this up?
Shift 2 and then Funk FM. Then hit enter.
Shift to. Oh, at Funk FM. I see.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a spectacular.
Now, had I expected you would actually do it, I
I'm
probably
always
would
looking
have.
for quick tricks, more
Say-
expedient ways for getting through life.
More of a play on words, play on keys.
Play on keys. Shift to Funk FM.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't hold down Shift and 2 and type Funk FM at the same time. What am I? What?
So that's how I am, actually.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's how
much
you.
how
That's
it's
how,
going today.
Yeah, okay.
Last full moon of winter, so you have one more day to be abnormal out there.
Was it full? Oh, yeah, that's right. Astrology. Was it a full moon yesterday? Because I actually was looking up at the moon yesterday, going like, it
It's either-
looks full, but the left side's a little hazy. I'm not sure.
Yesterday or today, I'm not sure. It's around now. So look out.
Well, alrighty then. Besides it being the last or first day of a full moon, what else is going on in the world?
Gay country singer Ty Herndon says...
Oh, yeah.
He says he's the same old redneck that he was before he came out.
Right. Except now when he covers Stand By Your Man, he doesn't have to pretend he's being ironic. You can hear more about it in his new single, Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Wear Bandanas That Clash with Their Assless Chaps. Go on.
Madonna says Kanye West is beautiful.
Oh. So she did sustain head trauma from that fall after all.
Did you see that fall?
Yeah.
She was more
Well,
pulled like 30 feet.
Yeah. And I think the Madonna death clock starts now because, 75% of senior citizens that fall down never recover.
You're onto something. I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Kanye
Courthouse.
West recently admitted his biggest weakness is his ego.
Oh. Ego is the biggest weakness, according to Kanye West. Anything you'd care to add? Gwyneth Paltrow? Do you have the Karate Kid sample
I
ready?
do. You want me to?
No. Just, if you're feeling it. I feel like we're heating up a little bit
Make
here.
sure I
and
have it here.
We might get to that.
Yeah, I have it.
I love how in the middle of that you can hear someone getting kicked. Play it again. Wow. Like right there.
So Bruce Jenner is still in the news. He bought a hilltop home in Malibu for $3.5 million.
Yep. It's 3,500 square feet. Just big enough to fit in his daughter Kim's ass. That's actually kind of refreshing. He bought a hilltop home in Malibu for $3.5 million. I didn't think you could buy a 3,500 square foot house in Malibu for $3.5 million. Because, I hear these stories of people living in, trailers for $1 million.
Yeah, but they recently started carving out hillsides in there. So there's some track housing that you can buy.
Oh,
Looks like
interesting.
track housing.
I mean, I don't have great aspirations of living in Malibu, but whenever I would see those real estate shows, I was like, you can put that on a list of things that I'll never be able to afford to do. And now it seems like it might be a little bit more attainable. Yay.
A little bit closer.
Or is it like there's so many places I know where it's just going up a little bit, just to get in the game costs a fortune, but then you go up just a hair and you're in much better shape. When I was looking for a home most recently for the work I do in San Diego, I noticed that for $2,000 a month, you were in a little cardboard hovel on the corner of Murder and Rape. It was awful, just awful. And I was like, God, that's $2,000 a month. But then I noticed for you needed $2,000 to get in the game, but for $2,150, $2,200, the quality of the living situation went way the hell up. It's just to get in the game, you need at least $2,000, and you.